I have to face it. Being the son of Indian immigrant parents is pretty stressful, especially when attending a highly competitive high school. Nothing is good enough. Coming home with straight A's on my report card, expecting hugs and kisses, I was pretty surprised to be nurtured by a 2-hour spiel on whether I wanted to disgrace my family with only A's. If stress burned calories, I would have a six-pack. But let's just say the least, I'm working on it. Through this all, music was my getaway. Grooving to 21 Pilots, my favorite band, helped me deal with stress on a whole new perspective. To forget about the present and delve into a fantasy. When I was stressed out, stress is overrun in our society, found from home, school, play areas to the presidential elections. Everything, everywhere, has become stressful. Robert Wood Johnson and Harvard Public Health conducted a national poll in which they found 6 in every 7 Americans have had stress just in the past month. So ladies and gentlemen, in the good nature of 21 Pilots, let us first buckle our seatbelts and find the causes of stress, land to the impacts it has in our everyday lives, and in the baggage claim, pick up our solutions, hoping that no one has stole our luggage. So far, high school has been an experience of its own. I have learned a lot. I mean a lot. Freshman health has really been a life changer. Through this all, one thing remains the same: my stress. A study surveyed and interviewed students at a handful of these competitive high schools found that half of them were chronically stressed. It isn't surprising from the heavy load of AP classes, extracurricular activities, sport practices, internships, and finding a girlfriend. The lucky people like me, not really, are becoming burnt out before they even reach college, or feeling the psychological and physical effects of stress in their later adult lives, says Maria Guadz, a senior research scientist from Yale. One of the most tragic aspects of the stress response is its ability to become hardwired at such a young age. An early setback can permanently alter the way that we deal with future stressors. Entire childhoods are sacrificed in the relentless regimen for preparing kids for Harvard, a process that I've come to call Preparation H, in which they gamble their mental health and love for education in hopes of a truly premier selective college. It is a gamble that no willing and rational parent should take. However, I still dream of becoming hyped Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Dartmouth alumni. But I am inadvertently putting the stress upon myself and making the impacts much larger. Stress has been led to suppression of the immune system, increasing our ability to get a disease or altering the course of an already incurred disease, factor of depression and cancer. However, impacts can be much larger. 19-year-old Madison Holleran, track star right here from New Jersey, attending UPenn, not only was an honor student, but winner of the women's 800 national sprint. Her life was set. Her father said she was the happiest girl in the world. However, coming back from winter recess, she told her parents she had thoughts of suicide. Immediately, they put her in therapy. But it was already too late. November 26th, 2015, Madison Holleran took her own life. Her father said it had to be the pressure. She wasn't normal, happy Madison. She was different. Now she had stress and worries. So how can we prevent things like this from happening again in the future? So now let us look at some solutions to this global phenomenon. Well, you could take a solution that has been working for me for years. To take a wall, draw a bright red circle, and write the words bang, head, hero. However, researchers take a more scientific approach in a two-part plan. First, what you can do and what society can do for you. Well, it turns out that the simple act of smiling sends positive messages to your brain. A scientific study in 2011 found that by people imitating certain facial expressions, it increased their biological processes in their body, changed them, increasing heart and breathing rate. Another German study found that by people clenching a simple pen in their mouth led them to happiness, as if someone initiated a smile. As Amy Cuddy, body language expert and stress philanthropist, stated in her award-winning TED Talk, whenever you're feeling stressed from a job interview, meeting, or presentation, readjust your posture. Stand in a powerful position, chin up, chest high, head up, hands on your hips. Doing this for 2 minutes will raise your testosterone, giving you the ability to maintain confidence, and lower your cortisol, giving you the ability to maintain your own stress levels. Junk foods and takeaways are always delicious, but are a far cry from a balanced and healthy diet, as they lack nutrients and vitamins. Lowered stress has direct correlation to a nutritious diet, so cut the crap. Of course, coffee, refined sugar, alcohol, and processed foods. According to ASA, American Stress Association, exercise, meditation, and yoga produce endorphins, chemicals produced in the brain which act as natural painkillers, which also reduce stress. Even the Obama administration has taken this issue to heart and offered it a high-profile pitch, urging all states to put a maximum cap of 2% total class time spent on these tests. He has urged teachers to call their students, make sure they're not stressing over these exams, rather learning given material. We all react to stress differently, so there's no one-size-fits-all solution. However, through these principles of stress management, it can teach you to cope with stress, minimize its effects, and make sure it doesn't spiral out of control again in the future. So today we talked about the causes, the impacts, and some distressors, some quick and easy solutions. So now that I am stress-free, I have more important things to think about, like my music career. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days in which we all agree that we are stress-free.